Welcome to the AbsoluteMomSense Podcast. Okay.
Oh, try not to smile today.
Why?
My
so that you can look.
I'm like already puffy from all the allergies and then the medicine, and I'm just like, depuff me.
I'm just already.
It's just who we are.
Okay, so
Get that.
potty training. I started this weekend. Started on
going?
Thursday. So it actually has been pretty easy, but this is the first time that I've ever
Did she just say easy?
Yeah.
Did
No, seriously, but here's the thing though. This is the first time that I've ever prepped before doing it. You know what I mean?
Like planned ahead?
Yeah, but because you have to mentally prepare yourself, obviously. So that's the part that took the longest, was mentally prepping myself to be like, okay, we're going to do this now. Yeah. But once, so I had just started putting him on the potty. And just letting him go every single time that I ran the bath water. Just sit him on there, and it just became routine. And then it got to the point to where he would stop halfway going, like number 2, and be like, I need to go to the bathroom. And so then I would just hurry up and put him on the toilet before I started potty training. Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, this is going to be a cinch. Potty training is going to be a cinch. Yeah. But then at the same time, it's just because he's my 5th kid. So I potty trained 4 times before him. I'm tired. I didn't want to do it. So it took me 6 months to just
How old is he?
Get ready. He's 2.5. He was ready at 2.
Okay.
Like legit ready. I'm not kidding. He was ready. He could have done it at 2. But I did not want to.
Mine.
Tell me more.
So with like Lane, my first, then like everybody's like, oh, he's a year and a half. Like, let's start potty training. Like, you start it. You're like, wait a minute.
What is this?
And he wasn't ready.
Yeah. The same thing happened with me. Yeah. But here's the thing. With my first kid, I was so excited.
I know.
I was like,
let's buy everything. Get the little toilet seats.
I know, exactly. Yeah. I did the toilet seat.
I got so it's going to be so cute.
It's not cute. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, the first kid me versus the 5th kid me. Total difference, because I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is not fun.
You really do have to mentally prepare.
You have to. But see, here's the thing. Here was my issue. I still wasn't ready. I still didn't want to do it. I still right now went, do I want to do this?
What are we doing?
Should we just back out now? Like, why can't he just be in diapers?
Going into labor. Like, are we really doing this?
No.
Wait a minute.
I know. It's like, wait, stop. I take it back. Anyway, so it hasn't been too bad, though. The second day is always the worst of anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, second day is the worst of anything.
Yeah.
So he had probably like 7 accidents on the second day.
And you kept going? I would like tap it out. I was just kidding. We'll do another 6 months.
I know. I almost did. But then I was like, no, I want to be done.
Yeah. There's
never going to be an ideal time. It's always just going to get worse and worse and harder and harder, especially because summer's coming.
I disagree.
It is. At some point, you're going to have to say, okay, we're done.
I wait till they're 3 and they just do themselves. I'm not kidding.
Wait, no, tell me.
No, I really do.
Okay, so tell me with Lane.
Okay, with Lane, that was a hot mess. And just accidents, we backed right. We really like backed it up real quick.
Never mind.
We're going to wait on that. And then Logan came and Lane turned 3. And Logan turned 2. And so we just did them at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, but Logan was just fun. Lane was a preemie. So
okay.
I think that might have had some factors into it. But so we just did Lane and Logan at the same time, which was kind of easier. And then after that, then you get a girl, and they're obviously easier. So Audrey was probably 2.5, and then after that, a bunch of boys. So our new potty training age is 3.
3.
We start at 3 unless they start doing it themselves.
But see,
and there's no accidents. There's like nothing. They just are potty trained.
I haven't hit that, and I don't know how, because I've heard so many moms that are just like, oh yeah, they potty train themselves. I don't know how do you get to that point.
You have to be desperate enough to wait till they're 3. And you're just like, I'm really not doing this.
I can't. I was so done with his diapers. Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But then you're like, you already have 3 kids in diapers. What's one more?
One more. That's what it is. I don't want another one in diapers.
Diapers are on sale right now.
I know.
I should have told you that.
That they're on sale.
You could go right back. Now that it's all done.
I know. And it is. I think he's there.
Yeah.
He's just, I'm still on the, I don't know. I get so much, it's like anxiety. You know what I mean? It's like the second you start potty training, you're constantly like, hey, did you go to the bathroom? Hey, are you dry? Hey, wait. And then they move and you're like, oh, did you wet? You know what I mean? Like, what are we going to do? Yeah. Anyway, so I've been like here in my stress and anxiety the last 3 days.
Yeah. Do you have like a season that you potty train in? Like, I'm definitely a summertime trainer.
Not summer.
Oh, for sure. I'm like,
here's
your
all day outside,
underwear, and you go outside and play, and
they don't want to come back in. You know what I mean?
My mom talked about it, like with my brother. He did that too. He would never come inside.
Yeah,
he's too busy outside playing.
I know. See, because he did so good on. So first day it was fine, but I was doing most of the work. Like, he knew how to sit down on the toilet and go.
Yeah.
So anytime that I sat him on the toilet, he would go. So he didn't have any accidents. So he had accidents the first half of the day on the first day, and then no more accidents the rest of the day.
Wow.
And so then I'm like, oh, maybe it's getting better. Nope, it's not.
Day 2.
Day 2. It's always the worst. Just know, anytime you're day 2 of diets, day 2 of anything is always the worst day. Is. It's the hardest day.
Yep.
And so the issue with him was that I needed to get him to know the feeling and be able to tell me. Because I could take him and he would go, and I could keep him dry that way. Mm-hmm. But it would never stick.
Yeah.
And then he was just peeing every 5 seconds, every 10 minutes, because he just didn't know how to hold it. He didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
So that's what we learned on the second day, was how to hold your pee.
A whole lot of patience.
And tell me when you need to go. Anyway, so the third day, he was doing so good. And then he was outside watching the tractor dump some dirt in the backyard. And I was like, do you need to go to the bathroom? No. He wants to watch the tractor. So he sits there. Oh, Mom. Yeah. And I was like, I mean, I get it. I should have just taken him. But anyway, it's not the point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then by the 4th day, then he had like a half an accident. Where he started going and stopped and was like, oh, I need to go. So
that's what you're waiting for, though.
Yeah, was those where he realizes it, even if it is mid.
Yeah.
You know, but at least realizing the feeling and being able to connect it and be like, I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah. So, yep. And he only had an accident the first night. He's been dry every other night.
That's the scariest. The nighttime accidents, that's all the bedding.
I know. Oh, but I have a really cool mat that's like waterproof. You just stick it on top of the bed or wherever he's laying.
Yeah, but a bath in the middle of the night, like
it's a process. Honestly, what I do, you know how you just wipe him down with a wet wipe, you know, instead of a full bath, it's just like a little wet wipe bath.
Okay.
So that's all I do in the night because I'm tired.
Yeah,
we're going back to bed. So I just like strip him down.
Does your mother know that?
Now she does. But here's the thing.
My mama wouldn't put up with that.
She wouldn't let you do it? I can't. I'm tired.
I get it.
I'm not going to
It's just this voice in the back of my head.
Bath him. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, but I could do 30-second baths. Like, it's probably faster than your wet wipe method.
No, I don't think so.
Like, swish and you're back to bed.
No, because you have to run the water and then wait for it to get warm.
Oh, no, you don't. You turn on the tap. No, you turn on the tap. You get your wash rag pretty sopping wet and just like slather them down. Give them a quick rinse and they're back. When everybody asks how I bath my kids every single night, like, what's the problem, you guys?
It's not that hard.
It's a quick one.
Anyway, so honestly, though, it wasn't that bad. But the only reason he's been staying dry is because I get up in the middle of the night and get him up and take him. But it's worth it.
It's way worth it to not have to bath them or wet wipe them down.
To not deal with accidents in the night. I know. So it's been good. First day he was staying dry all nap times, and so he's fine. Like he's getting the hang of it, and now he can hold it, which was the biggest thing that I was like,
yeah,
you don't have to pee
every single time you need to.
I know, you just wait. Anyway, so that's been nice. I still have to get to the point to where I can just let him and know that he
Yeah.
will come and tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know that he will come and tell me
Like
right
put
now.
baby gates up all like in any carpeted area.
No.
You're not allowed to sit on the couch for the next week.
But I did get training pants, which are nice.
I've never had them.
It's basically underwear except for really thick. You know what I mean?
Do you notice the difference?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It will occasionally leak out onto their pants.
What?
Outside of it, right?
Really?
So it's not pull-ups, because I don't do pull-ups.
Pull-ups?
I can't.
I mean, we've all had, they look fun and everything, right? But the
They
second
do.
you start pull-ups, I swear that messes
It
messes
does.
with your mind.
Well, in my opinion,
There's
then
no
it's
consequence to it.
there's
It's like a
no-
diaper.
Exactly.
Why
There's
not
no
just keep
difference.
using the diapers.
There's no difference to me. And so if you stick a pull-up on a kid, it's the same thing as a diaper. It doesn't feel any different.
Yep.
And like, as the mom, if I knew my kid was in a pull-up, it wouldn't motivate me to be like, no, we're going to
Right?
make
You're
sure
like,
that
"Oh,
you don't
it's
have
just
an
one
accident.
time."
I know, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't do the pull-ups. And when I found the training pants, it's just, the lining is really thick.
Yeah.
So
Wow. How do I
If
not
it-
know these things?
I don't know. I had them on like my first couple kids, but I only had like three pair, I think. So this time I got 6, and now they're charactered.
Aw.
Last time, then it was
cute.
just white, white training pants, and so
That's
this
no
time,
fun.
I know. This time, then they're charactered, which made it really hard to train the kids because they weren't motivated to keep
The cute
white
underwear. Yeah.
dry, you know. Anyway, so, but with Roman, I mean, the second day, then he thought he could just pee and then come in and change his clothes and then he'd be fine. No big deal. So why not just keep peeing, you know?
Oh,
And then I had to be like, okay, dude,
that's not what
like,
we're doing.
no, that's not how we do it. So honestly, I look at him and I'm just like, you ruined it. And
All the
he's like,
cute underwear? Yeah, that's how I do.
and he's like, what? And I'm like, look,
Ew.
it's ruined.
Aw.
What did you do?
Wow.
And he's just like, oh. So I would have him feel it. Do you feel it? Do you feel it's wet? Yeah. See the wet? It's not supposed to go in there.
Yucky.
It's supposed to go in the toilet.
Yep.
Tell me when you need to go. Anyway, so it worked.
That's why I like being like your OCD clean person. That's when that comes in handy.
I know. That was the nice thing with him, is because he is very much OCD clean.
Yeah.
Like himself. And
Yeah.
so he can't stand to have anything
Yucky.
wrong
Yeah.
with him. Right? So it made it easy with him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's all I was gonna say though. Like on the like discipline aspect of it, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Like this is gross.
There's-
Like, you don't want that.
I don't know. To me, I couldn't get myself to get. I mean, obviously, there are times when you get frustrated that it's like, are you kidding me? Really? We're having another accident? We just went to the bathroom. And so it's frustrating. But honestly, the way that I've been able to kind of figure it out is just know that there's going to be lots of accidents. It is what it is.
Mentally prepare yourself ahead of time.
Just know that that's
what it
coming,
is.
and then just, I don't know, just let it be a thing. But for him, I mean, he's been doing that his whole entire life, and now all of a sudden he has to just be in control of it.
Yep.
So I can't imagine getting mad at him,
Yeah.
right? I can't imagine yelling at him or hurting him because he's little. He doesn't know any different, honestly.
And making him scared of it. Like what?
brand new.
That's
Exactly.
like backtracking.
I know.
Don't do that.
Exactly.
It's
It's got to
exciting,
be a
fun.
fun process. So what do you do when they go?
Candy.
Yeah, me too. I got a cute little spring jar and there's a bunch of candy in it.
Yep.
I make sure it has a lid so that it can stay in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then every time he goes, he just gets candy.
I mean, the stickers are nowhere near as fun.
No. I don't think I've ever done a sticker chart.
I've done it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's not broken, why fix it?
Right?
You know?
Candy works.
It works. It works every single time, every single kid.
Yep.
He had more candy in the last couple of days than he's ever had in his entire life? Yes. Yes, he has.
It's fine.
But he is potty trained in 3 days. So
Brush
I
their
mean,
teeth a couple more times.
I know, right?
Drink some extra
You'll
milk.
be all
I don't
right.
know. You'll be fine.
I know. And once it's gone, it's gone. I'm not
Right.
going to refill it, and
Yeah.
and that's the end of it. But I also say, because I've had, I don't remember which one I was potty training. I think it was probably Jaslyn. And every time that she would go, she would get a candy. And Ava didn't get a candy. And so she started peeing her pants.
Oh, so she could get one?
Uh-huh. And so now I've learned that while you're potty training, they get a candy and they get to give everyone else a candy when they go. That way everybody goes, yay, I'm super excited that you stayed dry. I'm super excited that you went to the bathroom on the toilet. And I get a candy too, so I don't feel the need to, stoop down on that level.
Yeah.
So
just for some candy.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed to help a lot. Is having them, and they're so excited when they go. So then they're just like, "Look, everyone, get a candy! Look, I just went." So
yeah,
I don't know. I just think you have to just make it super fun, exciting, not angry, stressed.
Oh yeah,
even
Yeah,
and especially because, like I said, for me, I just always am on edge, and I have to try really hard not to put it on them.
Yep.
As if they are the reason that I'm so high strung.
Just babies.
Exactly.
Have you ever let your older kids help with this? No. Okay. I'm gonna show you. So when you're as you get older kids, so it's becoming like they're getting to push 3 here in a minute, So I'm like, hey, who wants to train this kid for me? They get treats every single time. So anybody who takes that kid to the bathroom, they get a treat too.
I've heard people do that, and I'm like on the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on the edge. I'm almost there where I can be like, okay, they're yours. You get to do this.
But even like you get a couple older kids, it's like a team effort, and they're like racing, like, do you go to the bathroom?
Honestly, because I was thinking that, and I was like, this is the 5th kid that I potty trained. That's a lot of kids to potty train.
I did my share.
So then I'm sitting here going, how are moms with like 10 kids potty training 10 times? This is tough stuff.
We're not.
It clicked. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't have to anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have to do this anymore.
Yep.
This is it. This is the last time. I think that's what's helped me get a little bit more.
I'm like, what were my tips and tricks? Oh, it's been a minute. That's why.
The last
Not only
one
is my baby almost 5, but it's like, when's the last time I actually potty trained a kid? I mean, you're always there like supervising and like
right supervising.
No, I do.
No, honestly, it did click in because I thought, wait, who potty trained my younger brothers?
Yeah,
me.
Yeah,
I did it. I potty trained.
And was it fun?
Brothers. It was exciting. I loved it.
We get some candy.
I potty trained my nieces and nephews even. Yeah. So I've done it more than 5 times. There.
You paid your dues.
I think that's why I'm starting to feel it at this point. I'm like, I don't want to potty
See, the next one you'll be like, hey girls.
Whose turn is it? I know.
They're so excited, little mamas and stuff.
I know.
It's fun.
They'll love it. I remember with Nova when I was potty training her, I could not get her to get it. She just didn't get it.
A girl?
I know. But she's so busybody.
Yeah.
All the time into everything. She does not want to sit still for a second.
Yeah.
And so it was really hard for me to tell her. And then like on the 3rd day, on the night of the 3rd day or something like that. Anyway, I sat her on the toilet and I knew she needed to go. But she wouldn't. She was just sitting there. She would not go. And so finally I took her off of the toilet. And right after I took her off, she peed right on the floor. Yeah. And I was like,
breathe it through.
So I stop and I grab her and I'm like, do you see that on the floor? Do you see that? It's not supposed to go there. It's supposed to go in the toilet. So I show her.
Yeah.
Clicked. Right then.
Oh.
No more accidents. And I was like,
what we've been doing?
Wow.
Just took a little explaining.
I know, but I'm like, I told you this 5 times. But I guess her feeling it and going, whoa, was enough for her to be like, oh, I get it now.
Light bulb went off. Yeah.
I know. Now I'm like, she's starting school next year. I wonder how that'll go. Teachers will try to explain things to her and she'll be like, huh? Until finally, oh, that's what you meant.
She should be fun.
I think she will be. Yeah, I'm so sad.
It's like, it is heartbreaking dropping off. Like, the more kids you send, like, the harder it gets.
Every single time.
I really am. Like, I'm walking in class. I'm like, this last time, because I'm like, he's my baby. I literally stood outside of his door. Me and another mom were out there just, like, peeking in. Like, oh my gosh, how's he doing? Do you see how cute he is?
Like, his little hands.
Teacher? Are you watching?
Look at what he does.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to lunch with him. I still
know.
stop in and like pop in at lunch like, hey, how you doing? Do you want mama to feed you? You need some help today.
I don't know. I'm super excited, but I'm in a way like not looking forward to it at all. It's sad.
It is really sad, but it's like a whole new world.
And I know she is looking forward to it so much. She can't wait.
Yeah.
She can't wait to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's like, what do I do to her all day? Probably nothing. That's probably why. She's probably like, I want to go and play. She's a very social person.
The world, yeah.
So she's ready to go out and play.
Especially when you know the school, though. Like, you know the teachers. You've had a few other kids go there. Like,
it's a good thing that my kids have set a good name. Because when she comes in, I haven't had a kid like her. And so I'm really nervous for her to go to school.
What?
I think she's going to be very nice.
Whatever. She's a dolly. What? You just you make them look real cute. That's one of the keys, you guys. Okay? Some bows in their hair, and then all the other kids are looking at them like, oh, I want to be that person's friend. She looks cute.
She's cute. She seems nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, obviously I'll make her cute, but it's just...
Obviously.
She's like... She's a tease. She just is. Yeah. Like, on purpose. So I'm a little nervous.
We all have a couple of those.
I'm a little nervous to see how she handles it.
I bet she'll go and find her good buddy, though.
I hope so.
And get a good teacher.
I hope that she has friends, because she does thrive on, social environments and friends and relationships and stuff like that. She's also, like, super really, like, touchy and huggy and everything. So I'm like... hope she gets a nice teacher that loves her and makes her feel good.
Isn't that funny to see the touchy-feely kids, though? Like, I grew up, like, I have my bubble, okay? There's only a few people that cross my bubble. And then, like, you go pick up your kids from school as they're getting older, and they're all, like, hugging goodbye. You're like, what is this? Like, you're my kid? Is that not strange to you to see?
You mean with their friends?
Yeah. Yes. All the girls are, like, hugging. Like, me and my friends didn't do that. So
here's my question. Because I'm super much like that too. Like, I'm like, don't hang on me and don't like
unless
touch
it's like
me
a paid professional massage. Like, don't touch me.
Right, but even like for my kids, it takes a lot of this up here to be like, no, it's okay. I really do want to.
Oh, with your kids? I'm different with my kids. Like, I'm not you don't like them to play with your hair?
Okay, so that's different.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like when it's movie night or something like that, and they're just like this.
See, I can't do it.
I know, and I'm like, okay, like stay there for a second, and then it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. And also, I'm like, I don't do well at all with bodily fluids, at all. Like, no joke.
How many kids do you have?
I know. No, here's the thing. So my kids will give me a kiss, and every single time I can't help it.
No, you don't.
I can't help it.
Olivia.
It's like natural reaction. It's not my fault. I didn't do it on purpose. It's like the second that they kiss me, then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, oh no, it's gotten so bad to where when they do give me hugs and kisses, then they'll just sit there and watch me. To see if I wipe it.
Wow.
I know. So there are some times where I'm like really, really trying really hard not to wipe it, and then they'll go back to the room. She didn't wipe my kiss off.
Oh my word.
And I'm like, oh no. And I used to think, oh my goodness, I'm so mean, but it's like anything. I can't do it. It's so bad. They'll wash their hands and they'll come out and just touch, and I'm like, oh. Or my kids will drool on me, and I'm like, oh, I can't.
How do you handle babies? Because it's all bodily
constantly
fluids, like...
wiping and washing and just, it's just, and I'm not grossed out by them. It's just it's one of those things, And and I tell you what, when it's not my kids, it is 10 times worse.
Oh, for sure, not your own kids. That's
10 times
it's
worse.
Another level. I can't do that.
No, it's bad. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't.
Wow.
I can't do it. It's so bad.
So can you have like massages from like your kids? That's different because it's not like any liquid.
Yeah. But like breathing on me, that's
I
the
can't
other
do
thing,
I have a sound problem.
you know.
Like, I can't do sounds.
That doesn't bother me. The sounds are fine.
I
like
cannot
they
do
can
sounds.
run around, they can play, they can throw things. I don't care as long as they're not going to ruin anything. But it's just the
Not like chewing and
close
munching, like the breathing.
proximity, yeah. That is just gets me, you know. And even with my own kids, there was a time, even Wade, like I'll be typing on the computer or something, and then he'll come and like rest his chin on my shoulder, and I'm like this. Like just slowly going like I don't want to be rude, but like
But you're not.
I can't do it. So then the same thing happens with my kids when they're like, "Oh, what are you doing on your phone?" And I'm like, "You can watch, but just like don't breathe on me."
Holding it out here. Here, you hold the phone.
I know, for real. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Anyway, so what I was saying is, I think that the reason that my kids are super clingy on other people is because I like deprived them. You know,
You ruined them.
Have I ruined them because they can't? You know,
They have to get their needs filled somewhere else, Olivia.
So now they're going and hanging all over their friends, and I'm like,
It's what they warn us of.
okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying really hard. It's just one of my things.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's like other needy kids that like they need each other at school though. They're
So it
gonna meet up.
I know. Anyway, so
That's what I'm telling you. Like, I feel like the trauma-hood of motherhood, the trauma of motherhood, let's say that the right way, then my brain, like, blocks it out.
mine does too.
That's like, it's probably, I came to the conclusion that's what the temper tantrums were. That's why there's no temper tantrums.
I knew. There had to have been something. Because
Like, my brain's like, we're not doing that.
there's no way. She claims that her kids have never had a temper tantrum.
Well, we have, like, quiet... No. Never not had a temper... It's not that. It's their temper tantrums are silent. That's how I was. That's what my mom always said. I would just stand there and stare and not respond. And my kids do that too. They just stand there and stare at me. What can you do? What can you do? We'll wait this out then.
Mine, though.
I don't think I've ever had a kid melt on the ground and kick and scream.
And see, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, I have had different kids do different things. Like, Nova hasn't done that.
Yeah.
But she has stomped her foot and screamed.
Cole, maybe we just take it different ways because Cole's like stomped away a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's so cute.
Oh, no. It's not
Do it
stomp
again.
away.
Oh, I saw a little spark in there.
A little attitude.
I love it.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. It is cute.
Yeah.
But she will, like, she'll go, and then stomp her foot and scream. Right?
Okay.
And it was cute until, because at first it used to just be a that she would do. And so I'd be like, okay.
She'd get a little more aggressive.
Chill, you know. Now it's a full-on scream. Like,
Yeah, no.
And that's like, ugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like ringing in my ears.
No.
And so I'm like, whoa, calm down. But Roman is the one that does the full-on.
I think it's a personality thing. It
has
could
to
be
be.
like something with the parenting, like starting early on, like, we're just not going to go there, guys. I mean, you could try it.
To do what?
Like the full meltdown. I don't know. I don't know. I've never,
It's not like
I
I'm
have
like,
yet to recall.
it's okay.
It's got to be a personality thing then. My kids are just like
saying.
better
Like,
kids.
I'm like, okay, fine.
Right?
No.
We did
My
have
kids are
Logan,
good
my
kids.
second. So Lane was pretty quiet, but Logan, he did come out with like a high-pitched scream, but it wasn't like it's just his vocal cords. Mom's like, I had to protect that kid because he was like a screamer.
Oh.
But it wasn't like out of, I don't know, like it wasn't a temper tantrum. Maybe it's my view.
Well, you've seen Romans.
Yeah, never had that.
See?
I've never
This
had
is
it.
what I'm saying.
I don't
It's
know.
not like I was just like, oh yeah, that's okay.
Well, obviously.
Right?
That's why it's got to
He
be
just
personality.
started doing it.
Yeah.
It just started. And it's not like he learned it from anybody else.
Yeah.
He doesn't go anywhere else. he picked that
It was
up
just
all
natural.
on his own. So, I don't know. He's
gotta be,
way better though.
It's got to be you then.
Hey, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Never.
I would never throw a tantrum.
Isn't
like
that hilarious
that.
when you see the kids doing stuff, and you like look at your spouse like, huh, I don't know where that one came from.
No, I'm pretty sure we know where all those temper tantrums.
Do you have like different kids that you claim like that one's mine?
The
you
good
could
ones.
have that one.
The good ones are mine because I am a good person.
It's like different days too. Like, he's yours today. That really is a thing. Like, that one's yours. Or else you like hear a kid coming up the stairs crying about something, like, it's yours. You do that one.
Your turn.
Whoever yells it first, it's them. But yeah, there's
I signed
like...
Atticus up this year.
Did you?
I wasn't too late. I wasn't too late to get him, so.
One kid. How
Sorry.
cute.
One kid. How
We've
cute.
had Blaine, Logan, Bridger, Gage, Holden. I've had 6 kids in at once.
Ah.
And I'm like, please put them on the same teams. Like, if you can, like, bundle them up a little bit, you know?
Try
like,
to.
2 here and 2 there. That way you're not, like, one, like, you're, like, literally, like, I'm running from
Every
this field.
single
Like,
night.
you get 1 inning of my attention tonight. And then we're fighting. Like, I get to watch the older kids. Because those little kids' games, torturous.
Why? It's so
It
cute.
is. No, I have one
Yes.
kid out there, like, Holden is older, right? And then Eli, they're on the same team. And Eli's, like, a little... He's a genius, okay, you guys? Right? He's, like, running all around. And he's... Even, I hear... Because you don't know whose kids are whose with the parents sitting back here at the first part of the season.
Okay.
So they're like, look at that kid. Like, he's amazing. And Eli... It's Eli. He's running everywhere. Like, he gets the ball, and he's just, like... He just great.
Gets it.
He's like an all-star. And then Holden's out there like dumping dirt on the mound. Like, stand up, Holden. I'm like, Jonathan, you have to watch the little kids because I just cannot do it.
See, I'm barely starting with Atticus. He's 6, so
Yeah.
it's
good
new.
age.
But I don't know. I'm nervous to see how he does. He's always so much better when I'm not the boss,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like when he goes into the care of anybody else, he's so much better.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good kid all the time. But I'm
Obviously.
I mean, he's not Roman. No, he's a really good kid. But I'm excited to see him do something that he loves doing.
It actually is like,
Yeah.
Mom said it's proven that it makes them smarter. Like the
I would have
activity,
to,
it's like
yeah.
does something they're wiring. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
like, put all my kids in all the sports.
But my girls did gymnastics for a while, and like I could tell that he just wanted something that was his.
Yep.
He wanted like a talent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
To work towards and to enjoy, I guess. So
Prepare for it to take over your life. We literally have one of my kids. They're like, hey guys, this is going to be 5 nights a week. They have 3 practices and 2 games. Like, oh, thank goodness they're like just down the road, right?
a week.
Don't ever sign up in like another city. Like pick your own city.
Because if you're going 5 nights a week.
5 nights a week. And that's one kid.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Thank goodness we have a driver too. Like, Lane, can you take this one? And we really do have to split up. Like, everybody's got a vehicle. Okay, we're good. You got those kids. I've got these. Everybody got their phones. Coordination.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And how long is it?
It's
How
a
long is
long
it?
time.
This
It goes like
season?
till June, I think.
Oh yeah.
So April and May. So it's probably like 10 weeks, I bet.
I think it is.
I don't know.
I think that's what I read. 10 weeks. This is all new to me, so I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
I just go for the snack bar.
What?
Their fries are amazing. They grill out. Like, it's fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
How fun. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, it is.
This many years in, I'm like, it's like prepping yourself. Basketball season is nowhere near the intensity. Like,
Basketball?
it's like, yeah, basketball is like the fall time, winter time season. Then you hit baseball, and it's like, here we go again. And every year I'm like, I'm never doing this again, ever. Jonathan, I'm never doing this again. And if you want the kids to have it, like, this is you, right?
You get to be in charge.
And I'm like out there in my little special chair, because you have to buy a special chair to go to baseball, okay?
Oh.
Those bleachers, that many hours, you can't do it. You can't do it.
You mean like the folding chairs?
Well, and it has to rock too. Like these Costco or the Sam's Club chairs. I will show you.
Is there such a thing as a folding rocking chair?
It's amazing, and everybody
What?
asks about it. But you got to get there right when they come out, because they do sell out. They're like $50, and for sure you have to get your spouse one, otherwise you'll never get the chair. I tried that one year.
Oh, that's
Like,
hilarious.
I bought it.
That would be so nice, though.
Yeah.
So what do you do with the kids who aren't in baseball?
They have options, right?
No.
Either
Tell me.
you can come to baseball, but when we go to baseball, what are we there for? We're there to watch the game. Because I want to watch the older kids' games. And there's a cute little playground down there, but that's not why we're here, guys. Because if you have kids run the playground, then you're not there to watch the game. Yeah, so if you want to come watch the game,
that's true.
You're there to watch the game. And we learned last time you didn't want to watch the game, so you're going to stay home.
No, but Roman is definitely his dad. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you see your kids and you're like, that's from you.
Yep. That's why I say, like, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
His tantrums? You think that's me? That's not me.
I could for sure see it either way. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, I don't know where that comes from.
For sure.
Oh, that's funny.
But all, like, the straight A's, and we know where the grades come from when they're good.
I wish I could say they came from me.
I was always straight A. I was a perfect kid, you guys. That's why my kids, that's where the no temper tantrum. I will claim that.
No, I mean, like, I could get good grades when I wanted to. Obviously. But it wasn't easy for me.
Really?
No, it didn't come easy to me.
It was super easy. Maybe it's just the schools we were in. They might have just easy, basic public school.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe that's I never did my homework, nothing, but I always had A's.
I didn't do my homework in school. And I'll tell you why. Because I grew up with only brothers. Yeah. I have 5 brothers. Yeah. And so no sisters. And if I go home, there's nothing to do. Yeah. I just sit at home all by myself. And I don't get to do anything. So then why wouldn't I do the schoolwork and the homework then? Do you see what I'm saying? So instead at school, I just talked.
Oh, you're getting all your social life?
All day long. Okay. And so I was not the favorite student, for sure. I never got any of the favorite student awards, you know, those awards. Yeah. All those. I never got any of those because I wouldn't shut up. But I was a nice kid. I was obedient in most scenarios, as long as no one told me to stop. As long as no one told me to stop talking. One time, though, they were like, just stop. Just don't talk today. Try your hardest. They told me at the beginning of the day, one of my teachers, and she's like, just don't talk. Wow. And I was like, okay. So then I go in and I'm like, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk. And then something happened and I was like, oh, and then I just started talking. Next thing I knew, the teacher was like, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. I wasn't going to talk. Totally. Off it went. So
I see it in your kids.
That was me. Talk. So
I'm for sure quieter.
And then I went home and then I did my homework and schoolwork.
Yeah. It's nothing else to do.
And why wouldn't I?
All the fun's at school.
Right? And why wouldn't I take advantage of when I actually have people to talk to them? Because when I go home...
Poor little lonely Olivia.
I know.
No wonder.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
No wonder you're so chatty.
Because I was alone all my life.
We had a quiet upbringing. Like, we only had 3 kids in the house. And
even when I was little, my mom says... And all my aunts and uncles and everybody, they'll be like, oh, yeah, it was bad when I was young. They would be like, they would sit in a circle and just start talking to each other. Yeah. And then I would come in the center of the circle and just start doing my own thing.
It's because you're the only girl.
No. Yeah, that's why.
I feel like I'm like a chatty person when I know you. But if I don't know you, like, you'll never get a hi out of me. I'm trying to be more outgoing, like reaching out to other people and stuff, but I can't help it.
As soon as I see people, like, I'll go to the grocery store and I'll be looking at everybody, making eye contact with everybody.
Oh no, no, I am not one.
I'm like, I'm wondering if it's like borderline creepy. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not trying to be like nosy or nothing. I just wanted to say hi. That's all. Like if I'm passing somebody, I might as well look at them and say hi. You know.
Like, put your head down and keep moving. Don't.
And then if somebody says anything to me, then I'm like, oh, that's like an open door for a conversation, right? That's what you meant by that?
So if you ever see if you're in a hurry and you see her at the store, don't even look,
say
put your
hi.
Head down.
Don't say hi. If you say hi, that means you're opening the door for communication, for conversation. I'm a little deprived all the time.
A
little bit. So, yeah.
Good to know you. Well, there's your potty training trips. Trips. How many times do you have to go to potty?
Your potty potty trips.
There's your potty trips. You try it then.
Tips and tricks, right?
Yes,
That's what you're trying to say?
Basically. I don't know.